speaker is again a local, which I'm very happy about. It's a Belgian journalist from Leuven, working for the Mo magazine. His focus is on the Central and Eastern Europe, Mr. Pieter Stockmans.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored that I was invited to speak here. I'm a Belgian journalist, and I have tried to bring the issue of Babis conflict of interest and fraud with European subsidies to the attention of the Belgian people. This is not always easy because it seems to be a faraway issue, which it is not, because as many speakers have already said, this is European taxpayers' money, so it is also the money of the Belgian voter and the Belgian public. And this money is meant to help you, to help your country, to develop, to grow, so that it will benefit the Czech people. And my job as a journalist is to hold leaders to account when the money is not used in the purpose it is meant for. And especially, I want to hold to account my own leaders. Holding to account the Czech leaders, this is your job, and I think you're doing an amazing job in this sense. A few weeks ago, we've seen in Prague the biggest demonstration since 1989, and in a few days there will be maybe another, even bigger one. So you are doing a great work, and I have to say, I want to tell your story to the Belgian voter because you are inspiring also our democracy. And I feel honored that for a change we can look up to you. And it is not always the Central European people having to live up to the Western European standards. It is also we can look up to your healthy civil society because you still know what it means to fight for democracy. Maybe we have forgotten about it. So that's the first point. A second point I want to make is that I'm really happy that journalism has played such an important role in uncovering the fraud and conflict of interest of Mr. Babis. I was in touch with some really amazing Czech journalists like Mr. Jaroslav Kmenta. I don't know if you know him, but he has written an amazing book. And it should be translated to English. Unfortunately, I couldn't read it, but I interviewed him for 2 hours, and he has given me an amazing historical overview of who Mr. Babis actually is. Because he's not a politician, actually. He's a businessman who has used some criminal, shady intimidation tactics to build his wealth. And now he's trying to use politics to enlarge it. Some other amazing journalists I've met were working at Respect, an amazing newspaper that has also done its job in holding Mr. Babis to account. And together with them, I have tried to increase the pressure here in Belgium. And it was thanks to them that I got hold of the until now confidential audit report on conflicts of interest of the European Commission. I got hold of it the first in Belgium, and I immediately published an article about it. So we should raise this issue in the heart of the European Union, which is Brussels, and the Belgian voter should be aware about this. Another thing I want to say is that I have great admiration for the work of the Czech Pirate Party. They were the ones increasing the pressure in the Czech parliament. I have interviewed many of their politicians, including Mr. Mikuláš Peksa, who is now elected to the European Parliament. And I have explained their role in my articles because I think credit is due to the Czech Pirate Party, and they are the Pirate Party with the most elected officials in the whole world. And this is your Pirate Party, it's the Czech Pirate Party, so this is also something that you can be proud of because it's unique. And then another point is that the European subsidies are what I would call solidarity money. This money is meant for development, to erase the historical inequalities that have grown between Western and Central Eastern Europe. These inequalities were not meant to be, and I'm still feeling ashamed about it as a Western European. I look forward to the day where Europe can be united, not just as a European Union of countries, but of peoples who are equal in socio-economic levels of development. And this is exactly what the European subsidies are about. They are meant to erase inequalities between you and me. You as Central Europeans, me as Western Europeans. This money is not meant to enrich private interests of politicians who are using the European Union to enrich themselves. A final point is, and Mikuláš said it very well, this is so important because the talk and the negotiations on the reform of the European Union will continue under the next Commission. And until now, there are a lot of nationalistic, sovereignist parties who have grown their power in the parliament. And they will keep stressing that the power of Brussels should be reduced. We don't want any Brussels interfering in our affairs. This is a nationalistic message. But be careful, because your Prime Minister is not a nationalist. He's just a businessman abusing the nationalist logic so he can say Brussels should not interfere into Czech affairs because Czech public affairs are his personal private affairs. It's another level. It's beyond, it's beyond the nationalist logic. He's abusing nationalism for his private interests. So let's stay aware, let's stay alert about it, and I will keep doing my job as a Western European journalist, highlighting your struggle, showing your struggle to inspire people here in Belgium. And I am full of confidence that you will keep doing your job. And let's hope that one day these European subsidies will be used for what they are meant for. And I'm full of confidence that with people like you, we will one day reach this Europe that we are dreaming of, a united Europe. One Europe, and not just Central, Eastern, Western Europe, divided as it used to be in our history, but united, really united. Thank you very much.